Welcome back to Mass Appeal. It's your chance to come together and honor the memory of the innocent victims and brave heroes who perished in the tragic terrorist attacks on 9/11/2001. Bruce Broyles, he's a member of the 9/11 Memorial Mass Committee. He's here with a little bit more. Thank you so much for joining us today. Now, in a bit, we're going to talk about the 14th memorial, but I want to talk about the first one. September 11th happens. What changed in you? What made you start doing something like this?
Well, it actually took us 5 years to get going. The organization that we had connecting the parishes of Chicopee and Ludlow wasn't formed until 2006, and too late to do anything on September 11th.
On the day itself. And, you know, obviously all the churches around the country were in use and utilized to help remember and commemorate.
Certainly.
But then, so 5 years later, the whole thing began.
So in 2007, we put on the first Memorial Mass, and it was sponsored by really the 8 Catholic parishes working together between Chicopee and Ludlow. And it was just the group wanted to do something. What's the group do? We wanted to do something that we could all get together and that people could share their thoughts. And it was actually from that we should do a Mass. We should do an annual Mass for the 9/11, because even though there were civic ceremonies every year, the people who really thought about this said that there wasn't any faith-based commemoration. So it started in 2007. That was this is actually our 9th annual Mass, and you know, it's just a wonderful thing, and we should just never forget about that day.
And you're right in saying that there were so many civic remembrances, but people of faith, people needed to talk about this within their faith system. So you created this, and some of your colleagues, so that people could have somewhere to go and to commemorate. Let's talk about this year's event.
Okay, this year's event will be held at St. Anne's Church on 30 College Street in the Fairview section of Chicopee. It's at 7 o'clock on Friday, September 11th. Our Mass every year is right on the anniversary of the tragic events that took place. There's a light dessert reception that takes place after the Mass, but it gives everyone a chance again to get together as one family and to pray for not only the victims who perished on that day. We remember the soldiers who gave their lives in the wars that followed because of that day. And with all that's going on in the world today, I think we get a chance to pray for ourselves and our families for an end to violence in this country and terrorism around the world.
It's true. We live in a 24-hour news cycle. You know, but people remember, then they forget, and things go by so quickly. So we can have an opportunity to take a moment to remember, because these events shaped our cultural and historical narrative. So we need to take a second to think about it and to thank everybody.
Exactly. And we should just never forget. We should always remember what happened on that day.
I agree. Bruce, thank you so much.